Good morning, gorgeous. How are you ladies doing this morning? I hope you're all doing wonderful. Welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Michelle Daff, and I'm so happy that you're here. On this channel, we talk about womanhood and femininity and you just being the beautiful woman that God created you to be. And one of the ways of you being a beautiful woman is focusing on your femininity, your God-given, beautiful feminine nature. The other day, I was having a conversation with this woman and she was telling me about her friend. And she's like, yeah, you know, my friend, she's so feminine and she's always like watching what she eats and she eats in this way and she's so feminine. And I was like eating my donut like, oh, she's so feminine and she's always eating well, right? But it really reminded me about how important it is to eat like a feminine woman. And there are lots of different ways that you can do that. It's not just about not eating donuts, because you should eat donuts if you want to eat donuts sometimes. But it's about having moderation. It's about taking your time. It's about enjoying life. It's about enjoying food and eating food that's going to nourish and help your body in all different ways. So today we're going to talk about how to eat like a feminine woman. This is an important video. It's not trivial content. It is important for you to do all things in a way that's going to uplift you, that's going to benefit your life, those around you, and of course, honor God. So go ahead and get something warm and cozy to drink. Sit back, relax, and let's talk about this. And now a message from our sponsor for today's video, Harmonify. If you're looking to start getting a little bit more fit and healthy this year, finding ways to control and manage your weight, then Harmonify is an amazing option. Harmonify is a meal replacement shake, and it's the ultimate wellness solution for women because it has unique nutritional benefits, it helps with weight management support, and digestive assistance. Harmonify was developed by Professor William Wheeler, who was a nutritionist to US Presidents Reagan and Carter. This particular product is specifically crafted for women with a perfect balance of nutrients, protein, and antioxidants. In these meal replacement shakes, there is 15 grams of protein per serving, and it's made with certified excellence. Harmonify is non-GMO project verified, certified kosher, NSF certified gluten-free, and keto friendly. In the 15 grams of protein, you're also getting 21 essential vitamins and minerals, prebiotics, and probiotics. This makes Harmonify a total wellness experience for women. And it's so easy to prepare. All you need are 2 scoops of your protein powder and a blender. So if you're a lady who's looking to start taking your fitness and your health more seriously this year, then I would recommend that you join the wellness family of Harmonify and add some meal replacement shakes to your day. I know for me, as a really busy mom who's constantly trying to remember to eat, manage my weight, and just feel and look healthy, I know that meal replacement shakes like Harmonify really do help me to be able to stay fit, to feel full, and to stay energetic. So thank you so much, Harmonify, for sponsoring this video for all of these beautiful ladies. One of the ways that you can eat like a feminine woman is by enjoying your meals, taking time to experience the food that you eat. In this society, we are constantly in a rush. Some of us are eating while we're walking, we're eating in the car, we're just eating wherever we can and just shove our face with food and get to the next appointment, the next thing. And we're not taking time to appropriately look at our food, smell the food, taste the food, let our food digest properly, and then move on to the next thing. When you are living in your femininity, you're taking things slowly with intention. You're taking time to enjoy the things that you have. We get into a point sometimes in our lives where we're complaining about what we don't have, and we're always looking to get the next thing, and we're, looking at other people and how they're doing all these great things, but we don't appreciate the very small things that matter, like having a rich, delicious meal. That is a blessing to be able to have. And even if you're not eating at a 5-star restaurant, the fact that you have clean water, the fact that you have organic food, the fact that you have food that is fresh and nourishing available to you is a blessing that some people cannot say that they have. So having gratitude, taking time, sitting down, enjoying your meals, even if it means you're eating by yourself, even if it means you're eating a little bit earlier than your coworkers, or you're going to a different location to not be distracted and bothered. That helps you to enjoy your life, to live in your femininity, to enjoy the delicious food that's available to you. Another way that you can eat like a feminine woman is being open to new foods, open to foods that are not typically eaten by your culture, that you don't always have access to, and not turning your nose up when you see things that you don't recognize. It is so pleasurable to be able to discover something that you've never thought you would like and actually have the opportunity to experience it. Maybe you don't want to just go to like a fast food restaurant or go to the same place you go every single week. Maybe try something different. Try Indian food, try Vietnamese food, try Haitian food, try Ethiopian food. Try something outside of your element. Be open to it. So many people struggle when they travel, and sometimes it makes them not even want to travel because they're afraid that they're not going to like the food. And I always think, like, how could it be that bad that you wouldn't like the food? There's going to be something that you like, but it's all about your mentality. Are you open to liking new foods? Femininity is about you being open and being able to receive. So having an open mind and allowing yourself to enjoy foods that you're not so familiar with, or maybe you didn't like when you were younger and now maybe you might like it now, is a blessing to yourself. So if you want to do things a little bit differently this year, instead of just saying, no, I don't eat that, like I don't like that, or, that looks weird, I don't like the color, or saying something negative about food when it's being offered to you, try saying, you know what, I'll have a taste, I'll try it, and see how you feel about it. Another way that you can eat like a feminine woman is by having boundaries on the things that you eat. Now, we just talked about how you should be open to new things, but it's also important as a feminine woman to have boundaries. And those boundaries also impact your food. So there are some people who will literally eat anything you put in front of them. If someone offers it to them, they don't ask what it is, they don't care, they just eat it. And maybe in some places that works, but here in America, you have to be careful. It's not everything that you should just eat without even asking, what is this? What's in this? It's not everything that you should eat just because you're hungry. If you're really hungry and you stop at a gas station and there's like powdered cheese, are you going to eat it because you're hungry? Or can you wait? Can you deny your flesh for a little bit longer and eat something that's going to actually nourish your body and help your body? So many diseases and issues with your skin and your reproductive organs and all of that is tied to the food that is available here. All the pesticides and all the things that our food is being injected with constantly. We may not know what's in it, but when you're eating food that clearly is unhealthy for you or clearly is so cheap just because it's available, is something that I really want you to reconsider. Now, not everyone has access to having these like high grade foods and organic foods and all of these different options, because food is expensive and quality food is expensive for a reason. But when you do have the option, when you don't have to, then have some boundaries and say, you know what, I don't know, I'm not going to eat that. No, I'm not going to eat that, because you value what goes inside your body. What goes inside your body is actually important to you. And maybe it's a situation where, normally you'll have like Doritos and hot Cheetos and all these things, but you've had enough of it. So this week you're saying, no, I have some boundaries now with chips because I've had a lot of chips this month. And I think enough is enough for now, right? So learning how to say no to things that are not good for your body, and learning how to have boundaries with things that you eat. Some of you are eating things that you know you're allergic to and you don't care because you like it so much. So you'll take your pill and you'll eat the thing, or you'll eat the thing and just risk it, right? And it can cause serious health issues. For some people, it can actually cause a tragedy. It can cause death by just saying, we'll just see what happens, right? Have boundaries. If you know you're allergic to something, don't eat it just because you desire it or because someone is pressuring you to eat it. Have boundaries with your body and eat like a feminine woman. Another aspect of eating like a feminine woman is knowing when you've had enough. Of course, I had to talk about this because this is a really, big part of being a feminine woman is caring about your physique and being mindful of the fact that you are, maybe eating in ways that are not the best for you and you're working on doing better. It's all about working on doing better. It's dangerous when you get to the point where you literally do not care. That is dangerous. But if you're always in a mentality of saying, okay, I'm working on this, then you're in good shape. Don't be hard on yourself unnecessarily, but also be mindful that you're leading yourself down a path that you may end up regretting. So learning when enough is you eating and enjoying your food. And then when you start to get full, saying, okay, I've had enough. I know that some of you are raised in households where maybe you grew up in poverty and your parents made you eat everything on your plate. Even when you complain that you're full, they said, nope, you're going to finish your food. Finish everything. And you got into this habit of feeling like you have to finish everything. I've been out with people who have had this sort of argument with their significant other where they're eating and their significant other sees that they still have chicken on their plate and they're like, you need to finish this. And they're like, I'm full. And the significant other's like, no, you need to finish it or I'm going to eat it. Let me eat it then because we're going to finish this food. It's okay to say that you've had enough. It's okay to not finish your food if you are full. It is not helpful for you to finish your food if you're full just because you want to finish what's on the plate, just because the meal was expensive, because you end up paying for that on the back end. Now you have to burn those extra calories that you ate because you paid for it. Either way, you're paying for it. So save the food for another day, give the food to someone else, or just say you've had enough. It is hard when, our flesh, our eyes want something so bad, or we've been hungry all day and we just want to go eat because it tastes good, right? Sometimes people are eating and you're looking at them like, haven't you had enough? And they're like, yeah, I'm so full, but it's so good. And it's like, you're hurting yourself. Then they're sitting there holding their stomach, saying that they're disappointed that they ate so much because it ends up hurting you in the end. So we have to learn how to manage our desires, manage our flesh, our wants, because these things lead to bigger issues later. And your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. Your body houses God. And overeating, eating in ways that don't please God is actually a sin. A lot of people don't talk about that, but gluttony is actually a sin. So you are actually being sinful when you're overeating. It's one of the sins that we kind of laugh about and brush over because it's funny to us to overeat, but really it's a sin because it actually causes pain for you. God is trying to actually help you with something and putting some boundaries in place for you. And when you ignore them, unfortunately, those consequences are really scary. So learning when enough is something that will help you to grow, and it'll help you to be able to manage other areas of your life. Another way that you can eat like a feminine woman is having time to enjoy. So I know I'm doing a lot of contrasting things because we need balance in life. It's all about having balance. It is important for you to be able to say, I would like to have my daily tea time that I take out and enjoy a pastry and some tea and enjoy it. Sit under a tree, sit by the water, sit on your couch and watch your favorite show and enjoy your afternoon tea or enjoy your late night dessert. Well, hopefully it's not too late, but if you want dessert every single night and that's your little treat to yourself, then enjoy it. It's all about saying that it's okay for me to enjoy food. It's okay for me to enjoy my life. It's okay for me to eat on my favorite plate, drink out of my favorite cup, sit on my favorite chair, and read my favorite book. This is part of what makes your life beautiful. And sometimes we feel guilty for wanting to have these little moments of time for ourselves, but those moments are the most important ones because they help to recharge you and rejuvenate you, and it gives you a sense of clarity. So it is a very beautiful feminine thing to have your special silverware, your special plate, your special tea, and enjoy time doing what you love doing most, whatever it is. So eat like a feminine woman and find a part of your day that you want to sit down and enjoy something special that is just for you. Another way that you can eat like a feminine woman is eating for your health. Now, a lot of us sort of just eat as we go. We don't necessarily plan out our meal for the whole week, We just kind of pick up something as we're driving while we're hungry, or we just make plans on the go. We go to a restaurant, we sit down and we're like, okay, what do we want? We don't actually plan what we're eating. And that's okay. But what ends up happening is if you never plan what you're eating, then you end up not eating things that are really healthy for you, because those things usually are not the most desirable when you're hungry. So learning how to ensure that you're also eating for your health, not just eating for pleasure, is important. Eating things that are going to bring life to your body, eating things that are colorful. Okay, if you have no color on your plate, that is a problem. There needs to be some red, some green, some yellow, some color in your diet, because those things are going to provide the nutrients that you need to feel better, to look better, to prevent diseases, to heal your body. You can do this by making smoothies, eating more fruits, eating more vegetables, making things that have healthy ingredients in it. So if you're going to just have rice, chicken, and stew, add some spinach to the stew, add more tomatoes to it, add some garlic to it. If you like mushrooms, add some mushrooms to it, but add things in intentionally that you know are going to help you with your health. And in that way, you are, hitting all the different angles. It can taste good and be healthy for you. And that's the best combination. But you won't know if you don't experiment. If you only want to eat fries every day and pizza and fried chicken and mashed potatoes and fried fish, then you're never going to eat the things that your body actually needs. And then you're spending all this money on skincare products and on all these expensive things to try to repair the things that you could heal by what you eat. And of course, drinking lots of water, something I greatly struggle with, but I do see the difference that it makes. Every time I intentionally say, okay, I'm going to drink this many cups of water a day, or I get a water bottle that has the countdown of the hours, I always see an improvement with my skin, with my energy levels, and just overall mental clarity. I notice a difference. So drinking lots of water and intentionally eating for your health, taking your multivitamins, taking your probiotics, these things are going to impact your body and help you out in so many beautiful ways. So eat like a feminine woman and add some things to eat for your health. And lastly, the last thing I want to say in terms of eating like a feminine woman is minding the way that you eat. Obviously, if you're a feminine woman and you care about the way that you present, you care about the fact that you are elegant and classy and ladylike, then you are mindful of the way that you eat. And this is not always important when you're alone. People say, well, I'm by myself, I can eat however I want. Yes, you actually can because you are by yourself. But if you do it too much, then it's hard for you to pull back when you are in public. It's easy for you to slip into like what's normal for you once you start really enjoying whatever you're eating. But doing things like watching your mouth when you're eating, not chewing with your mouth open, not talking while there's food in your mouth. Chewing gum is also not very feminine because your mouth ends up just like you're smacking. You're talking to someone, you're smacking, you're spitting on them. It's not classy to chew gum, and it's also not good for your teeth. There's no point in chewing gum, honestly. There's no point in it. So chewing gum, eating things like sunflower seeds where you're popping them in your mouth and you're spitting the seeds out on the street, or eating things like oranges or fruits and then spitting out the seeds in public, those things are not elegant. They're not feminine. So be mindful when you're eating. Mind your table manners. I have an entire video on table etiquette, on eating etiquette that you can watch. But there's a lot of content out there that can help you to learn what's appropriate and what's not appropriate when you're dining with other people. It makes other people really uncomfortable, and it takes away from your elegance and your beauty when you are eating in a way that is repulsive. So eat like a feminine woman, mind the way that you chew, mind what you put in your mouth. Do not spit things out of your mouth onto the floor, and stay away from chewing gum. You don't need it. So ladies, I hope that you enjoy these tips on how you can eat like a feminine woman. I hope that you also prioritize your health and your eating habits this year. The beginning of the year is when everyone focuses on eating cleaner, and it's a great thing to do. We want to have consistency. We want to do things that actually are doable, attainable goals. So make sure that you have some balance, but eating is important. Exercising is so important, and nourishing your body that is constantly changing and growing and represents you and God is important. Thank you for all of your love and your support. Let me know in the comments below if you have certain things that you do to maintain your figure, things that you do to just maintain your health, vitamins that you take that really make a difference in your life, ways that you enjoy special pastries or things that are for you and you only, or your family that help you to feel like a feminine woman. Leave me a comment below. I thank you so much for your support. Be sure to follow me on my podcast, The Dr. Dav Show, and on Instagram. I love you all so much. And remember that in all things you do, make a feminine impression. Bye-bye.